There's a better way to go about hiring coaches in the NFL. That's been another big topic over the course of the past 8 days. The Brian Flores lawsuit sparking comments from Roger Goodell earlier today in his annual pre-Super Bowl press conference regarding diversity in the National Football League. Here's the commissioner.
Jim, listen, we look at the same numbers, and they're really part of the effort that, again, looking at how do we become more effective in our policies and procedures. We work really hard. We believe in diversity. We believe in it as a value. We believe it's made it stronger. People who've come into the league who are diverse have been very successful and made us better. And we just have to do a better job. We have to look, is there another thing that we can do to make sure we're attracting that best talent here and making our league inclusive? If I had the answer right now, I would give it to you. I would have implemented it. I think what we have to do is just continue and find and look and step back and say, we're not doing a good enough job here. We need to find better solutions and better outcomes. And so let's find more effective policies. Let's make sure everyone understands. Let's make sure that we're looking at diversity and actually incentivizing that for everybody in our building, including with compensation.
It's not an issue of attracting talent. I heard that, and it's like, well, wait a minute. The talent's there. The talent can't get the opportunities. This isn't a situation where, wow, we'd really like to hire some minority coaches. Where would we ever find them? They're there. They're there, and they can't get opportunities. That's kind of surprising to me. He needs to step back from that and recognize Brian Flores is there waiting to be hired. Other minority coaches and executives are there waiting to be hired. There's only so many seats. This isn't an issue of attracting talent. It's an issue of convincing the owners to be more diverse in their hiring practices, and there's no secret about that.
No, there's not. I guess I thought he was trying to say more of like attracting, like we got to get some of those guys are talented. We got to attract them and get them out there. Maybe I misunderstood it. Either way, what you said's real. Again, where I just get into this is, what are we going to do? What is the tangible thing we can grab onto here to fix this solution? Because I'm at the point right now where I think I'm close to going, you know what? Like, I don't know. Is the Rooney Rule really good? I don't know. I question that right now. It's the first week where I've gone.
He didn't rule out getting rid of it. He didn't rule out getting rid of it.
Well, because people are being like, one, it's great, yes, because it's getting people in the door and hopefully getting GMs and owners comfortable with, maybe candidates that they weren't going to call or were outside, the realm of their normal connections. I love that. But also what we're seeing is people being used and disrespected over it, too. And I don't think that's necessarily the best look, too, especially when you start to find out and piece things together where you realize, oh, wait, the team did have their mind made up on a guy, but yet they're going to waste, 3 or 4 African-American coaches, time and not really have a real interview, bring them in just to kind of appeal to the rule itself. It is very disrespectful, in my opinion, too. So I am a little bit on the fence there, and I can understand them maybe getting rid of the Rooney Rule and trying to, reorchestrate something else here.
I also think that you don't necessarily need the Rooney Rule to mandate a certain number of interviews of minority candidates, because the media will police it now. The
you're right.
Can police
That's
it now.
True.
And it's out there. And if you're not being inclusive, if you're not conducting a diverse search, you're going to hear about it with the questions you get, with the scrutiny you get. So if it's only making the situation worse, if it's only making the owners more resentful, feeling like they're being pushed in a certain direction, it gets back to that very simple notion of they don't want to be told what to do.
No.
There's human nature that takes over. Rich, powerful people want to do what they want to do, and they don't want to be told what to do by anyone. And there's too much of that subtle sense that they're expected. You're expected to hire a minority coach. Well, no, just go do the right thing and trust people to do the right thing, and hopefully they'll do the right thing. But, as we've said multiple times this week, you need to have more black ownership in the NFL. And the thing that's never going to happen, convert the structure to corporations, have a board of directors made up of diverse members of the community the team represents, have layers and levels of committees and governance and CEOs who are accountable. It's the other thing, too, there's no accountability. I mean, there's a real possibility that Dan Snyder at some point is going to be forced to sell. There's a possibility that Stephen Ross, depending upon Brian Flores' allegations about offering $100,000 to lose games on purpose, could be forced to sell. That's the nuclear option. There's no other way to effect change. Isn't that weird? It's all or nothing. Like, we're just going to tolerate a bad owner until it gets so bad that we say, get the hell out of here and never come back. There's got to be some other way to have accountability short of forcing the owner to sell.
I don't know what that is. I don't. But, yeah, it's hard. That's a tough one. I don't have the answers to that one. Again, these are expensive franchises. We know that. It's a very elite group of people in the world that can afford to buy them. Within that, too, they've been successful in other businesses most of the time, and they've done things their way. So now they own a football team, and they want to do their things their way again, let alone like you're talking about. They're rich and powerful and have billions of dollars at this point, so they really believe in their way. And that's where it is wrong. And again, I don't have the answers here. I really don't. I do agree with a lot of what you said. I think there has to continue to be an emphasis on more African Americans, not only in the coaching, but the other one I will just always look at is front offices. Maybe just, and not that it has to be the GM every time, but I think that has to be continued to be infused into that little department of the NFL world to get, again, African Americans in that part of the world, a part of the corporate management, people around them comfortable, let them be able to work their connections with the NFL so that when it does come time for them to be a GM, they have some people that can back them up to go, hey, no, I know this guy. He's a great guy. He knows what he's doing. He did some good work for us. And I think that's a part of the problem here, too, at times, is there a lack of support system for some of these guys and connections that way. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a little dumbfounded about what the NFL should do or how to approach this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.